Okay, let's dive into the message here. So, Merry Christmas for anybody who celebrates. Just wanted to get this quick message out to the collective meant to receive it. There is some really big energies that are coming through before I even started recording. I was getting the vibe of like literally a Christmas miracle. And I do believe that these messages are fully timeless. So, whenever you're coming across this video, if it's like later after I post it, trust that this just means that something is coming in very soon that is going to feel miraculous in some way. But the song that was coming through is, what is it? There Can Be Miracles by Mariah Carey. Look up the lyrics to that song. It literally explains so much of this energy that I'm feeling here. But essentially, with this miraculous energy that is coming through, it's like, yes, a manifestation is coming into light. It's going to come in a bit of an unexpected and exciting way. There is like peace and harmony and balance that is awaiting you once you make this transition into this manifestation. But what I felt called to share is that so often we limit our own potential to reach these large manifestations because, and typically this is like very, very deep subconscious wounds that are holding us back. And so I just want to encourage anybody who is watching this, who has been like trying to manifest something, when you see other people living whatever dream life it is that you're trying to curate for yourself, whether this be like other people in your social groups, your family, or even people that you see like on social media, people that you don't even know personally, but you come across their story, you come across their content, and they're living some version of a dream life that you want and wish to have. Initially, your subconscious is kind of telling you that because these other people have what you want, it's harder for you to obtain that. And so this is really important to work through these subconscious beliefs because the universe is limitless. The amount of abundance that it can provide is limitless. What holds it back from providing us what it is that we truly want is typically our own, again, subconscious energy, our thoughts about things. Your thoughts really do curate to your reality, and this is not an easy process at all, okay? If you've been raised or you have lived in very difficult environments and situations, again, your knee-jerk reaction to seeing other people living your blessings that you want is to feel sort of like bitter about it, is to feel like there's this competition, that there's not enough for you, then never mind, like since they have it, I can't. That is something that needs to go away because whatever is trying to cultivate and come into your life is something that is divinely meant for you, but you have to be willing to believe that to be. You have to be willing to trust that a miracle is possible for you to receive in your life, that you are deserving, that you are worthy of that. One of the things I felt called to share with this collective to support with subconscious rewiring is subliminals. If you guys are not on the subliminal game, I do highly recommend it. There are a few great YouTube resources that are free that you can utilize, but it's literally like sound machine kind of sounds with like deeply embedded affirmations that only your subconscious can pick up. And it like has been such a game changer for me in my own journey. The two that I use most frequently, there are tons of pages that do this that you can look into. Minds in Unison for overnight typically is what I use because they do 10-hour ones, and High Frequency Guru on YouTube. It's great if you have like a YouTube premium account just because then you avoid ads, but you can even like listen to these while you're just like doing your day-to-day chores throughout the house, while you're like working, even if you're not like on the phone or something, like just having it in the background. It literally is such a game changer. So, and again, it's like a free resource that I feel like not enough people know about or are using. So subliminals, whatever you can do to support, again, this subconscious rewiring in your brain, because you are carrying such like generational and ancestral trauma in addition to any traumas that you are experiencing in your own life right now. So it's a lot of things to work through. It's a lot of things that you're not even seeing on a day-to-day basis. You're not even recognizing how these thoughts are damaging your ability to receive, again, this miracle, this gift that is trying to come into your life. But you, I feel like, are on this trajectory where you are starting to uncover these things about yourself. You're starting to recognize that your thoughts have more power than maybe you've thought in the past. You're starting to gain higher levels of discernment. You're starting to gain more hope and optimism for your future so that you can manifest more abundance. And now with this process, it's not always going to be just like a straight line. Like you finally decide, okay, yes, I'm worthy of my manifestation. And then like every single day, it's just easy for you to get to where you want to go. There's going to be ups and downs. You're going to be tested. You're going to be tempted to fall back on that. And you're going to have days where you start to really doubt that this manifestation crap is even real. Okay. I'm telling you though, that if you, even in the moments of doubt, even when you're like crying, screaming, throwing up on the way, like literally, I've been there, I have experienced this. It is not always fun when you know, and you're like working so hard on rewiring these beliefs, working so hard on feeling worthy for your desires, and then it's not happening. Like, of course, it's very easy for you to fall back on past narratives, past patterns. Be gentle with yourself through that process, but always in the back of your mind, even when your like reality is not showing you, even when you're telling yourself like, oh crap, like I think I really messed up, I believed this way too hard and it's just not going to happen. In the very back of your mind, trust that the universe is working in your favor. Trust that like if it's not this thing, it's going to be something better. Trust that you are being led and going through the necessary experiences, the necessary lessons, meeting the necessary people that are going to support you in receiving your big manifestation, your big miracle, your big blessing. Okay, so there is a lot of shift and change that is happening in your life right now that is causing you to really wear your resilience on your sleeve, like show how resilient you are to the universe when these tests are coming up, when these lessons are coming up. A lot of the times, too, with manifestation, when you're on your way to receiving something really big, something like life-changing, like literally that's what the energy is here. There's something life-changing that wants to come into your life. When you're getting close to it, you're going to have false blessings typically show up. So this is like, let's say you've been like manifesting your dream job. You've been manifesting your dream job. You know how it's going to feel when you get the offer of your dream job. You know that you're going to be like so overwhelmed with joy, so excited. A lot of the times before you receive that, you might get like job offers that make you feel this gut instinct to be like, wait a minute, like, I don't think this is it, you know, like, or, oh, the pay is like lower than I wanted, or, oh, this company isn't as exciting as I like wanted to be a part of. Same thing with like soulmate connections. Okay. So whatever it is that you're manifesting, apply this energy to that. But it's like you're manifesting your soulmate. Okay, you're going to meet people along the way who try to make you think that maybe that could be them. And then you're going to know your intuition, your gut instinct is going to tell you there's going to be red flags. You're going to just recognize within yourself, like, I don't know, this isn't how I thought my soulmate would feel. Okay, so really tuning into this discernment that you have been gaining over the course of your experiences. You've probably been through a lot of pain, a lot of torment, a lot of heartache. And again, that's kind of what's causing these subconscious beliefs to trick you into telling you that you're not worthy of what it is that you truly want. You are. Again, the universe has abundant, limitless potential to bring in whatever changes it is that you're asking for. You just have to, again, be willing to go through the process of becoming worthy, of becoming an energetic match for that thing to fall into your life. So for a lot of you, again, there is like changes in career, there is changes in relationships. There are things that you are having to really like master right now, skills that you're having to master. Not only skills as far as like a trade or, you know, something that you can take classes on, but like skills in living life, like how you handle your challenges, how you set your boundaries with people, like cutting out toxic negative attachments, you know, these things that again are trying to kind of keep you stuck. You're having to work this muscle of choosing yourself. You're having to continually believe with your fullest potential that you are capable of calling in miracles into your life, that the universe is conspiring in your favor. And again, I don't even know, oh my gosh, this is just like flowing up, but I can't remember if I said this, but there is like this energy of when you see other people, again, yeah, I did mention this. When you see other people receiving things that you think that you want, trust that it just means God is in the neighborhood. That means it's getting closer to you. That means it's more within your reach than it was before because you're aligned to the energy of other people who have it. So whatever, again, to whatever extent that is, whether it's like people in your physical surroundings that are receiving blessings that you really want, or again, even just like on social media or as you're scrolling or whatever, you see somebody have something that you've been calling in. Take that as a confirmation that it is getting closer to you rather than tricking yourself into thinking that it's further away. Okay. So there is like divine happenings going on in the like behind the scenes right now. Right now, you're really being asked to, again, like set some boundaries, work with yourself, work with like utilize tools and resources at your disposal that work for you. Everybody has different ways to go about, you know, rewiring subconscious thoughts, being successful in manifestation. It's a lot, especially again, if you've been through a lot of trauma within your life. again, you're not just carrying that. You're also carrying things from past lifetimes, from past ancestors, from your bloodline, you know? And so there are so many things that feel outside of your control. But again, if you can just like work with yourself, work with what, like, use tools that are going to support you, whether this be, again, like I mentioned, subliminals are a really easy way to support with subconscious programming, um, energy healing, meditation, journaling, rewriting, like affirmations, speaking out loud affirmations, doing mirror work, talking to yourself, and saying things to yourself that you need to hear, you know, to provide you this like energy, this power to continue moving forward and trusting your worthiness. Because I think for a lot of you, you are in this place where you feel so constricted by your circumstances. You feel like it's easy for you to fall back into spirals of like mental illness, you know, depression, anxiety, like whatever range of things that you have, that you struggle with. You're getting so much closer to these gifts. Things are like torpedoing towards you. But again, it's like in these moments where you're like having to kind of pick yourself back up, having to talk to yourself gently, having to also forgive yourself when it does get really hard, forgiving yourself for when you do fall into negative spirals, to say, hey, I understand. I am, you know, I'm only human. These emotions are difficult. What I'm going through is difficult, but I know and I trust that I'm exactly where I need to be. You just got to follow the yellow brick road. We have this card that came out here, which is an extra one in this deck. It's like, you just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other, following the path that the divine is laying out for you. Sometimes it's not always crystal clear. Sometimes we don't get necessarily like a step-by-step handbook, but listening to your intuition, trusting yourself, never allowing yourself to feel like you are not worthy or that you are not capable of receiving everything that you want. Again, it's either that or better. The universe wants to see you win. The universe wants to see you thrive. It wants you to have everything that you could possibly ever ask for. But again, when you're asking for big changes, expect to undergo some big changes. Expect to have to face some difficult challenges, have to face difficult shadow aspects of yourself, things that maybe you didn't want to look at before, things that you buried really deep down that were shameful or that you felt guilty about. Those are the things that you're going to have to look at. You're going to have to start looking at your surroundings. You're going to start having to look at your habits. You're going to start having to literally like look at your life and say, what in my current reality is not serving this vision that I have for myself? What in my current reality is not supporting me getting to my manifestation? And what do I have in my control to start working with, again, the resources, the things that are at your disposal so that you can start moving confidently in that direction and continuing to remind yourself every step of the way when things are getting hard, when things are falling apart, you have relationships falling through, you have jobs falling through, you have all of these things that are falling through. Because again, you're shedding, you're having to become like a new vibrational match to the energies that you're trying to call in. So again, like feel those feelings. You are human. You're going to have emotions that are sometimes difficult, but be gentle with yourself as you remind yourself consistently that everything is falling into divine plan, that you are beyond supported, and whatever, again, like utilize community, utilize people that you trust, because we are not meant to walk these paths alone. Life and our challenges can often feel very isolating, as if it's like we're the only ones who are experiencing that. And even if we know that we're not, because it's, you know, very public knowledge of like the suffering that happens all across the globe, in our individual experiences, again, it can feel very isolating when we're having a difficult time or we're feeling confused about our journey or we're feeling confused about our path. Lean on support. Lean on support, lean on your soul tribe. If you don't have that and that's what you're calling in, trust that it's on its way to you. Trust that, again, like any jobs that fell through, any relationships that fell through, any delays or redirection that has been happening along this path, trust that they were divinely guided. Trust that they were actually placed there for a reason, to give you, again, tools, experience, knowledge on how to get closer to your goals. There's a lot of, new passion that is going to be formed within you. Again, when this kind of like blessing miracle presents itself to you finally, you're going to go heavy into planning mode. It's going to be like, oh, wow, my life was going one way. Now this thing came in that is shifting everything. This is like having a child. This is having your dream job. This is growing your business, going viral, like all of these things that you maybe are asking for and wanting, having a soulmate, all these things that you're asking for and wanting. And then when they're finally presented to you, you're going to be like, oh crap. Like, let me look at how I'm going to split my time. Like, where is my energy going to go? How am I going to maintain and be able to hold this blessing? Because the blessing that's coming in feels like something that is so beyond stable that maybe that's why you've been feeling like it's taking a lot longer. It's because it's been having to get prepared. It's been having to get perfected for you to finally receive it in its fullest form, rather than rushing it, rather than like that, it just being like spaghetti that you threw in the wall and hoping that it sticks. This is going to be something that is very, very solid, very, very stable, that literally creates a whole new foundation for you. And this is coming in quickly. You're being really heavily provided for, again, in the unseen. You're being reminded here, like there's a lot of like angelic and ancestral energy in this reading, like letting you know that they see you, that your resilience, your strength, your ability to maneuver through these challenges is not like, they are recognizing that, they are seeing that, and you will be rewarded. You will get out of this period of lack. You will get out of this like tight constricting energy. But again, right now, you're just having to really work with yourself, really work with what is available to you. Remind yourself that it is going to work out for the best. Hold the vision for the best possible outcome. So often we're convincing ourselves or starting to worry and panic about the worst possible outcome. That's like our knee-jerk reaction is like, oh God, like, oh, when's the other shoe gonna drop? Oh, this is just not gonna last. This is not gonna. You need to really think and train your mind into calling in the best possible scenario from every situation. And that is what's going to create this kind of ease of flow for these blessings to come in that are already like, they're already on their way to you. They're already like being prepped and being like sent for delivery to you. But again, you're right now having to really work with your energy to make sure that you are at a place where you can maintain this, where you can actually utilize it to the fullest potential that it is going to bring you. And again, there may be like lessons along the way, things that you need to go through, things that you need to uncover about yourself before this can come in. But just trust in miracles. Again, that song, I highly recommend listening to the lyrics of it or just like reading the lyrics, because it literally talks about this whole thing of like, we're so quick to believe that those things that we're asking for are too good to be true, or that we're not worthy of it. When really it's like, no, like once you believe that, that is when you will see it. It's like, instead of I'll believe it when I see it, believe it, and then you will see it. Okay. So rewiring all of that. You have something very exciting. This is, again, like significant job changes, significant relationship changes that are going to be very fulfilling. Focus your attention, focus your intention on what it is you're trying to call into your life, and then trust the process that it is going to unfold. In the meantime, while you're in this like waiting room, while you're waiting for it to physically manifest into your reality, because it is going to take time. If this is something, for some of you, like you're getting very close to receiving this miracle because you've been doing the work. It's just a matter of time for it to finally come through. For those of you who feel like you're like starting from scratch, or you don't really know where to start planting those seeds, start setting your intentions towards what it is that you really want to cultivate in your life, and then start looking at yourself and again reassessing, where are you spending your time, where are you spending your energy, what needs to shift and change for you to be able to handle this when it does come in inevitably. Like, it is inevitable that it is going to come in. You are guaranteed for this manifestation to arrive, and it's just like a matter of, again, getting out of your own way, getting out of your knee-jerk reactions to subconsciously put out this energy that you're not deserving, that it's too good to be true, that it's not going to happen for you. Those are all the things that are really holding you back from receiving this. And then again, I really want to stress, because as a human, you're going to have those days. You're going to have those days where you're like, what the F, universe? Like, where is it? I've done the work. I've put in these hours. I've mastered this. I've done all of this. Why isn't it showing up? And you're going to be frustrated and you're going to want to cry and kick and scream. Okay. When that happens, come back to center, remind yourself that you are only human. It's okay to have human emotions. It's okay to admit that you're having a hard time. Don't lose the vision, though, for the life that you're literally cultivating, the dream life that you're cultivating, and pay attention to when you're seeing other people have your desire, when you're seeing your desires being presented to other people around you, in your vicinity, in your energy, whatever way that is. that means that it's getting closer to you. That means it's about to arrive for you. So don't have this like jealousy. Don't have this like feeling of restriction or feeling like, well, maybe I should change my manifestation because if this person got it and this person got it, then surely I can't get it. No, limitless. Like possibilities are limitless. The universe's abundance is limitless. It's just a matter of tapping into it so that you can really enjoy the fruits of that labor, putting in the work, working on your subconscious, reprogramming your thoughts, reprogramming the way that you view yourself, the way that you view your life right now. Because again, if you are calling in a life-changing experience, a life-changing miracle, a life-changing blessing, take stock because some things are going to have to change in your life right now. Okay. So, yeah, I think that is the bulk of the message. I really, like, literally before I even sat down, it was just like flooding me with all of this information. So the cards really just assisted in making it clear for everybody. So I do hope that this resonated. I will be posting it. So again, this is timeless. Whoever, is tapped into this energy, whoever caught even like a second of this live, when you watch it back later, these messages are for you. I trust that this energy, it's like big, life-changing energy. I trust it is going to find exactly who it needs to, when it needs to. But yeah, thank you for joining, and Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy holidays, and I'll be back soon.